There are different types of rents in real estate, but most people only know one. The one people are conversant is just the landlord-tenant relationship. First of all, let's ask ourselves, what is rent? When you say rent, what does it mean? Rent is the consideration or compensation paid by the tenant to the landlord for the use of the land or property. Rent also is payable in arrears as presumed. Also, rent must be certain. Now viewers, that takes us to the different types of rent. The first one we have is the ground rent. Most of us hear ground rent, but we don't know what ground rent is all about. Ground rent is the consideration paid to government for the use of the ground, whether it's developed or not. Get that very clear. It is the compensation or consideration paid to the government for the use of the land, whether developed or not developed. The amount payable varies from the location and size of the land, and this is payable either monthly, annually, or in arrears. Another type of rent is the rack rent. The rack rent is the most popular rent that we've talked about, and this rack rent means consideration or compensation paid for the use of the development on the land. Note this very well. Rack rent is the rent paid for the use of the development on the land, whether be it building, be it structure, whatever structure, for the use of that structure. And the payment of this rent varies depending on the type of structure and the location that this structure is situated. Now, the third type of rent is the premium rent. It's a lump sum of money paid as rent. It is paid in addition with other rents. For instance, a holder of right of occupancy pays both ground rent and premium rent to the government. Viewers, you've seen that there are different types of rent apart from the one we know, which is the rack rent. Since the new FCT minister came in, you see the new law, you cannot do anything in real estate FCT if you have not paid your ground rent, which is the rent that is paid to government for the use of that particular land or property. So before you do search in FCT, the property in question, the owner must have paid his ground rent and will not be in the areas of that ground rent. So we have to know that the ground rent is subject to revision period of 5 years. Viewers, if you found this helpful, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next tips.